Hello, good evening. How is everyone? It's Braun Moxley live on Friday night. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's COVID 19 free. And hope all is well in your life. I talked to you guys yesterday. I wasn't able to make it on at 3 o'clock, by the way. I guess you guys seen that. However, I did make it on eventually. Had a lot going on today. I uploaded a video I talked about yesterday. We was going to go over a video of something that happened right here in my hometown. Some of you guys have watched it. You're already commenting on it. So to let you know, this is the story from the family. You know, there's always two sides to everything. We didn't see what led up to this, so we don't know. But here's what was reported on the local news station. The local news said that a mother of a 16-year-old boy called 911 for help because her son was in a mental health crisis. I don't know how long it took him to get there, but apparently between the time she called and the time they showed up, the 16-year-old in the mental health crisis called a counselor, and I don't know if he set up some sort of appointment, if he talked to somebody, but he had calmed down and was already feeling better. So then the police show up, and that's when people start filming. Like I said, I'm not a cop hater. Please don't think that. But so we don't know what happened. We don't. He could have took a swing at the cop. Anyway, the chokehold is, he puts him in a chokehold, and also to top this off, guys, the 16-year-old that's on the ground getting choked by the police ends up with three criminal charges against him as well. He was charged with. I'll have to go back and look at the article, but he received three criminal charges. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's me, Casey. Angela, how are you guys doing, Ange? Hello. Hello, Jeannie. Hope everybody's well. Hello, Lisa. If I missed you, sorry. It's scrolling down. So if we're going to watch the video and go over it a little bit, but that was just the lead up to what the local news said that happened. I'm going to try to reach out to the boy's mother and see if maybe she would like to come on and talk to us and tell us exactly what happened. Also, at the end of the video, you can hear the boy's sister screaming, you're choking him, you're on his neck. And with everything that's just gone on here recently with George Floyd and chokeholds and officer putting a knee in someone's neck or head area. What's the answer? I mean, they've obviously banned chokeholds, and I guess I can understand that if you're in a struggle, you're probably going to do what you have to do. And with the same situation there, guys, what gets me is the officers telling the boy to relax and calm down. How can you relax and calm down when somebody has you around the neck, taking you to the ground? Legally, if you are under arrest for something you didn't do, if it's an unlawful arrest, you have the right to defend yourself. So anyways, we got a 16-year-old boy. He's in a mental health crisis. He needs help. There's only one profession in this country that this could happen in. If you called the fire department, let's say, you called and said, my dryer's on fire, and they show up and put you in a chokehold, and then you end up with three criminal charges, that wouldn't be acceptable. If an ambulance showed up and you were having a heart attack and they put you in a chokehold and slammed you to the ground, that wouldn't be acceptable. So why is it acceptable for police to treat the public this way? and I hate when people call people that stand up for their rights, they call them sovereign citizens. I don't like sovereign citizens are people who round up guns and they don't think the laws of the Constitution and everything applies to them. That's sovereign citizen. So pretty much, isn't that what the police are, sovereign citizens? I mean, it's just my opinion. Nobody has to agree with me. We're all here. Hey, thank you, Lisa. That's very nice of you. Appreciate that. That's very nice. I will update on my daughter. She has moved to the country, and I guess it would be like her step grandpa has, some horses, and she's been riding horses almost every day. She loves it, and I keep telling her she's turned into a country girl, and she doesn't like that. She says she's not a country girl. But she's, got her blue jeans on and her boots and riding the horses going through the creek. But thank you, Lisa. I sure will do that. And if she sees this, she will sure aggravate me to get that, to spend it on something. And somebody asked about the Bardstown murders. I have not heard anything about the Bardstown murders recently. I will check on that. That's close to my home too. Now, this video that I'm talking about tonight, it happened right here in little old Richmond, Kentucky. And I have another video I'm going to show you guys sometime of another incident that happened right here in Richmond, Kentucky. And just to give you a little summary of it, what happened was in the county up, 20 minutes from here, the next city over, a man that was not in his right frame of mind. I don't know if he was high or if he was, in a mental health crisis, but he got into a scuffle with the cop and he took the cop's taser, jumped in his car and drove off. And they chased him all the way to this town, which was about 20 minutes. By this time, there's 20 officers in the pursuit. And this is in a residential area. I have the video of this. It sounds like they shoot 500 rounds. They killed the guy. All he had was a taser. There is a college in the town I live in, Eastern Kentucky University, EKU, the Colonels. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. It's a pretty popular college. It supposedly has the best law enforcement police academy in the country, the highest ranked. So it's pretty popular. But anyways, this was in almost right next to this college. All these shots are being fired by all these officers at this one man with the taser, and they do end up killing him. I don't know if there is a lawsuit or anything like it, but we will go over that later. That's another story. I don't want to get into that tonight. Trying to see something here. Give me just a second. Oops, you're going to hear my voice. Trying to see. Sorry about that. There you go, sweet Bilby. Okay, so back to the story. We're going to play the video and go over it a little bit. Like I said, we didn't see what led up to this. Somebody said something here I want to read. It recently happened in Canada. A mother called for her daughter in a mental health crisis. Police went into the apartment and police had a woman and fell off the balcony. Yeah, there's calls like this all the time. When they call 911, and it really is a bad situation. These officers aren't really trained to probably respond to stuff like this. It seems like if you call 911 and you've got a 16-year-old in a mental health crisis, he's not armed, he's not hurting himself at the time. Hello, Gebel, the rebel. Why send a police officer? Can't they send like a counselor or a chaplain or somebody that would show up and actually help the young man, not put him in a chokehold, place him on the ground, and then lodge 3 criminal charges? And, I was thinking about this earlier today when I was putting that video together. think about that officer. He's got to go home that night. I don't know if he's got a family. I don't even know who the officer is. They never, as far as I know, they didn't identify him. But think about this: you're that police officer, and you go home at night. I mean, how do you? What goes through your mind? I was trying to think about okay, so I got a call today. Just pretend like you're talking to your wife, honey. I got a call today. 16-year-old's in a mental health crisis. I showed up, put him in a chokehold, and lodged 3 criminal charges against him. How in the world did this help that young man in a mental health crisis? If those charges are felonies, which they probably one of them are, at least if he was into it with a police officer, is a felony charge, it could ruin the rest of his life. And the mother called for help. She did not call for someone to come and put. The mother is at her wit's end, I guess. She don't know what to do. Exactly, Lisa. He will never trust the authority again. And like the children, other people that see them acting like this. I know this is foul language, but I'm going to say it anyway because somebody made like a meme on Facebook. It says, they never made a song called Fuck the Fire Department. You know that song, NWA, Fuck the Police. And they've never made that song about the fire department. It's because there's a disconnect between the public, the police, and even the government. Our elected officials, think about this, they are elected to, we've got a lot of people, 25% of the country in the United States might be homeless after they lift the, where they can't do the evictions right now in the United States, mostly in every state. People can't be evicted from their home. But there's estimates that 25% of the country could possibly be evicted when this is over. And you've got the Congress and the House going on vacation. They're deciding what vacation home they're going to go to. They're making $200,000 a year. They have great health insurance. And there's just a major disconnect. Something has got to change. Gebel the Rebel, I do not have my dog. He actually belongs to a girl up the street now. What happened was he was a little, like, I guess, Chihuahua kind of mix. He was very nervous and anxious when I wasn't home, and he was tearing things up, and he actually was getting out of the house. He was somehow going through the crawl space where the dryer is. I don't know how he done it, but he got out 2 days in a row. And so he ended up going to a lady up the street. I still see him, probably once a week, but he's got a good home. He's got a little other dog that's a friend. They're both fixed, I think. So he's got a little dog friend, and he's got a good owner. And I'm glad she's in college and she's home a lot, especially they're doing everything online right now. That's the story with the dog. I was sectioned for 9 weeks in Ireland, and it was ruthless. I was drugged up. I asked for a sanitary towel and got dragged to my room and injected and knocked out for 12 hours. Yeah, it's there is no way that, and people say, oh, you're a cop hater. No, we need law enforcement. We really do. I mean, it would be out of control if we didn't have law enforcement. But something has got to change. I don't know if it's how the screening to recruit these officers, the training they go to. But like I said, it's the only profession in this country that's acceptable, that an officer would show up and do that to a 16-year-old. I mean, think about how scared he probably is. He's being choked and someone's holding his legs. Guys, if you're on the ground and somebody's choking you and holding your legs, your instinct is to fight back. I mean, anybody would do that. And then they're telling him to calm down and relax. Well, how the hell can you do that? But anyway, we're going to watch the video together. I might stop it a couple times, talk about it. And we'll see if any of you guys hadn't seen it, you'll see it now. I uploaded it right before I done this. So, wrong one. All right. So this is the start of it. I'm going to come back over here to you guys. Can you see the? Let me do this. Let me go to my channel on my phone, so I'll be able to read your guys' comments. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Good evening. Turn it down. Okay. Now I can do this. So let's see. Okay. So Lisa says 6 years and I'm still on the meds. I can say mental health services are good in Liverpool. Though if you ring 999 or 911 in USA, they send the police and ambulance under Mental Health Act, and it's voluntary. I can't watch these. Yeah, if viewer discretion advised, guys. If you don't want to see this, turn it off for a few minutes and then come back. The video is not long. I might just stop it a couple times, but like I said, here's what the news reported. You see a lot of these. I don't know if you guys watch them, but I watch a lot of them. These guys that go out and do the First Amendment audits where they film in public, and Fourth Amendment rights and Fifth Amendment rights. If you guys see that, I watch a lot of them. Yeah, he's only 16, so here we go. Okay, man, right here at this moment, what would be going through this 16-year-old's mind? Right here, his face is buried in the ground. He probably can't breathe. He's got a man that's twice his size on top of him and a woman on his legs holding him down.
Relax. I've got your back, man. I'm not even on here. Let me finish. Just relax. Deep breath.
Relax. How can you relax?
Relax. Just chill out. Get out.
What's next? You're shocking him! No! Record him.
Okay, and like I said, guys, that was happened right here in the town I live in right now. It's big news. A lot of stuff like this don't happen here. It's just shocking to me that stuff like this. Mary, maybe a lot of police departments do have the cameras. I think they do here in Richmond. No, he did not die, Laura Beth, thankfully. He did, however, get 3 criminal charges lodged against him. I can't remember exactly what those charges were. I think it was assault on a police officer, which is probably a felony. So, the kid's life is probably ruined for life. And also the fact is that he had already calmed down. He had talked to someone on the phone and set up an appointment, and he was feeling better. So in the time between the mother calling 911 for help and the time that the police got there, he had relaxed, calmed down. Maybe he knew the police was coming, so he relaxed. Who knows? But anyways, there's just no reason in the world for that officer to put that young man, in my opinion, in a chokehold and put him to the ground, tell him to relax, and then lodge 3 criminal charges against him. Hopefully the charges get dismissed, hopefully, because they could ruin his life. I mean, if he becomes a felon at the age of 16, his life, he won't be able to get a good job. He won't be able to own a firearm. That's all. You lose your right to vote. There's several things. If in the United States you become a felon, you lose a lot of your rights. And A lot of people become a felon with a small mistake. They do something stupid in a split second, and it ruins their life. Um, that's why, guys, we've got to always think when we're in a situation, what is going to happen if I do this? Um, and also, you have the right to. You can see this authority. Yeah, it's almost like they feel like they're authority over us, and they're not. They're the same as us. They are protected just as we are by the Constitution of the United States of America. Um, I mean, if I showed up at your house and your mom said, "Oh, he's doing this and doing that, and he's having problems," and I went in there and grabbed him and put him in a chokehold, threw him to the ground, I would be under arrest for assaulting a young man. I mean, how is in anything in the world is that acceptable that somebody shows up and does that to your child? And I seen someone earlier commented, said, if that was their child, they would be in jail because they wouldn't let that happen. And I agree with that. If my daughter's 14 now, and if I seen a police officer doing that to her, I would be a felon. There's no doubt about it. And it's just scary when you have kids and you see something like this happen. What if he hadn't been at his house when this happened? What if this happened in the downtown? I was very shocked. This is not. We have a college here. It's not like a small one stoplight town. But it's a small town. It's not small where everybody knows everybody, but it's not big like a huge city. It's just a small town. And like I said, I'm going to upload that one video of all the shots being fired like I said, this was in an area where there's a college. So there's probably college students roaming around everywhere. This has only happened at like 9:00 at night. My son and his aunt on his mom's side had actually rode to the dollar store to pick up, I think, laundry detergent or something. And no, she's not the one that shot the video, but they was across the street from where the guy shot the video. Give me just a second. I might be able to find that video real quick for you guys. And if I do, I'll show it to you. Oh, I agree, Ange. I mean, there's no way I would let that happen if that was my daughter. No way in hell. It would be on. And like I said, an unlawful arrest, like that's, if somebody comes up and attacks you, you have the right to defend yourself, whether it's a police officer, if it's an illegal arrest. I mean, if this video was watched, who knows? Let's see, changed my password. Trying to get in. I want to show you guys this video of that shooting that happened. Like I said, this is a small town, but let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to reset my password. Give me just a second. I'm gonna have to put a code in. And if you're saying anything right now, I can't see your comments. So give me just a second. Trying to find you this video real quick. So just bear with me. I believe I can find it. Like I said, I can't see your comments right now, so I'm looking for this video. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, I think I got it here. Yeah, I do. Okay, so just to let you guys know, there is a lot of bad language in this video. So if the language offends you, you might not want to watch this. Let me give you the story again on this in case you wasn't here when I went over it. This is it also in the town I live in. In the next town over, a young man, I think he was in his 20s. I know his name, but I'm not going to say it. You can look it up. It's public record. Just out of privacy for the family, I'm not going to say it. But he's a young man, and he had gotten into a scuffle with a officer in another town. He got back in his car and fled. And of course, you know, when there's a police chase, more cops join in. Usually, you know, that's just the way they do it. You know, it's a proven fact. A lot of people get killed in these pursuits. A lot of departments don't, you know, allow you to pursue anymore unless it's like a violent crime where they've, you know, done something just horrible. They'll call off the pursuit. They've got the tag number of the car. They'll work on it later. So anyway, he was fleeing. Several officers had got behind him. He then jumped out in here in Richmond in a college on a street that's right next to the college campus. There's a strip mall. There's a Papa John's, a dollar store. Where the video is shot is a Shell gas station. So there's people out. There's a lot of bad language here, but I want to show you this video. And this is probably not all the shots. He started recording after the incident happened. So viewer discretion advised. There's a lot of bad language. Okay, Laura Beth. Good night. It was good to see you, and thanks for joining us tonight. I don't know if you want to check this video out real quick, but I'm going to show it to you guys. Like I said, there's a lot of bad language. Now, this was at night. Probably about 9 p.m., I think, is when it happened. And like I said, all these officers are just shooting at this guy that has a taser. And they know that's all he's had because they've had him stopped at a traffic stop. He was searched. The only weapon he has is the weapon, the taser he stole from the officer. Maybe, I agree completely. There are a lot of good cops out there. There really is. And, you know, here's another thing. I'm not a cop hater. I want to bring attention to this so this can change. It's cops like this that get good cops hurt. It's cops like this that give the other good cops a bad reputation. You know, I've talked to officers that were just as polite to me as could be. And then I've had one, you know, when I talk to people sometimes on the street, I'm like, hey, bro, or whatever. And I remember one time I called this guy, I was like, what's up, bro? He's like, I'm not your bro. I was like, okay, what's up, sis? And I mean, he got pissed off about it. You know, what the hell's wrong with saying what's up, bro? It's just the arrogance. Like, I'm over you. I have authority over you. Look at my badge. And it's just unbelievable. But anyway, I'm going to show you. I'm going to shut up for a minute, show you this video. And just like I said, it's pretty bad. And this is after the incident had started. So here we go.
Bro, what the fuck? This is out here busting. I swear to God. This is World Star Entertainment. Just listen TBG. Fat Boy Sam. Get the fuck down. Oh my God. Bro. This is Richmond, Kentucky right here. This cops out here busting. Oh my God, man. Bro, this shit is crazy. Oh my God, look at this shit. What the fuck? What the?
I'm going to play it again because it's very good.
Bro, what the fuck? This is cops out here busting. I swear to God. This is World Star Entertainment. Just listen TBG. Fat Boy Sam. Get the fuck down. Oh my God. Bro, this is Richmond, Kentucky right here. This cops out here busting. Oh my God, man. Bro, this shit is crazy. Oh my God, look at this shit. What the fuck? What the?
Okay, so there you see, and to me, that's just unbelievable. all those shots for somebody with a taser, especially in a populated area. The store that guy, the man that's shooting the video, is where I go and buy my. A lot of people call it soda. I call it pop. We call it pop here in Kentucky. Um, um, it kind of feels like there maybe is a pissing match going on around you. I don't understand what you mean by that, opinionated. Can you explain? I just don't understand what you mean. But okay, so these L8s I show you guys all the time. The green screen won't show it, but these pops I show you all the time that I drink. That store is where I go to buy these because they're the only store I found that sell these. So yeah, innocent people could. I'm surprised, and like I said, he started filming after the shots started. And you heard him say, "Oh my God, this is Richmond, Kentucky. I can't believe this shit is happening here." So there was more shots before he started recording. That's the reason he started recording, because all this was happening. Now, did you hear all of those shots that went off? It's just, to me, that's unbelievable for a man with a taser in a populated area. You see that those guys filming that was at a gas station I go to all the time. It's right down the street. And that was probably about 4 years ago, I would say, maybe a little bit longer than that. I'm not sure. Yeah, hit like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. It's up to you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see what I got going on here. All right, guys. So I guess that's it for the night. I came on late. I was supposed to come on at 3. I had a lot of things going on today. I couldn't make it at 3. If I've told you guys yesterday, I've got the StreamYard homepage on my iPhone now. So if I'm out and about and I see something going on, a house on fire, the police beating somebody down, anything I think you guys might watch, I can go live on my phone wherever I'm at. So if I see anything, guys, I'm gonna go live. If I don't have anything to do Saturday or Sunday, I might come on, but I for sure will be on Monday. I'm going to try my best at 3 o'clock. I thought 3 o'clock would be a good time because it's kind of in between some stuff I'm doing. No, I haven't. Who is it, Lisa? If you want to say it, you can. I don't mind. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. Oh yeah, Lisa, I would too. Imagine, and they was on one side of the street, and that's a double lane bypass right there. There was cops that could have been going. I'm sure they probably stopped, but oh really? Guys, to be honest with you, and I'll be very straightforward with you guys. I don't even turn that channel on anymore, and I'm telling you guys this: when you turn that channel off and you don't even pay attention to it, you won't believe how much better you'll feel inside. And that's the God's honest truth. Because here's the thing about it: it's obvious he's going to do what he wants. So, like I said, I have not even turned on his channel in probably months, and I'll see things on Facebook about him, and I'm just not even in the loop about what's going on. You missed the armpit. Yeah. I got my sleeveless shirt on tonight, so we got some armpits going on. I got my Macho Man Randy Savage shirt on tonight. Oh, really? Well, that's crazy. Good for him. I mean, I'm not going to this is just me, guys, and not telling anybody what to do. It's just that's cool with me. Whatever somebody wants to do, hey, it's bad that people are being hurt, but you know what? Really, can we do? You know, so and if you, I'll be honest with you, and I'm telling you this is the truth. If you don't pay attention to it, you won't believe how much better you'll feel because you know it's out of sight, out of mind. I'm sure you guys have heard that saying. Hello, Tamara. How are you tonight? Good to see you. We might bring back the armpit. But the only thing about the parodies is I wouldn't know what to do because I don't watch the channel. And another thing, Kelly's not been on. If she comes on, she's got some information she shared. When I posted this about this 16-year-old teen in the crisis, she posted a couple articles that happened close to where she lives in, I guess, Kansas City. Exactly the same thing happened, except the cops showed up and they actually killed a 16-year-old that was threatening suicide. And I thought to myself, you know, you're threatening suicide and the cops show up and kill you. So it's kind of ironic. You call for help and they end up, you know, whether the guy really wanted to commit suicide or not, he ended up dead. And it's just bad. Select contact last delivery. They ring your bell and stand there until you answer. No, around here they'll actually just drop things off and ring the doorbell, knock on the door, and walk away. Somebody said a minute ago, "Is it really hot there today?" It was in the 90s, and it's very humid here. I don't know if any of you guys live in an environment where it's humid, but it makes it miserable. It'll be 90 degrees and feel like 115. And when it's humid, you will just stand there and sweat. If you're outside, you'll stand there and sweat for no reason. It's just the humidity is just, and I've always lived here, and it's always been like that. Anybody got anything to say, talk about? Anybody want to come on and say anything, share anything with us? Where, just out of curiosity, where are you located, Opinionated? Oh yeah, Opinionated, you would. I'm very surprised. I'm happy with it when I do the Uber deliveries. Oregon, that's a long ways for me. That's across the country. Pretty good. Is it raining there? I hear it always rains in Oregon. $20. That's a good tip. I've got a $20 tip before. Actually, the last week I got a $100 tip from a delivery. The guy actually come out and handed me a $100 bill. I think he was a little intoxicated, but he might wake up the next day. He might not be hungry, but he might be like, "Where's my money?" But who knows? Yeah, and I will say this, Opinionated. If a lot of times these drivers, and I know this because on my app that I use on my phone when I do like the Uber deliveries, if like a lot of times the instructions are wrong. Like say for instance, the person that ordered left instructions on the last order they made, those instructions will come up. So a lot of times they might have the wrong instructions. I'm not saying what happened was right. I'm just giving you a reason why that might have happened, just so you know. Sure, maybe. Love it. Put it out there. No, Don, and I'll tell you, it's kind of a long explanation. If you go back and watch the video from the start after it's over, um, you'll hear about the dog. He's in a good place. He's right up the street. He's got a little dog friend. He was just very nervous when I would leave and go to work, and he was tearing things up, destructive. He was just a very nervous dog. He had some Chihuahua in him. He even got through the cross brace somehow and got out of the house twice while I was gone. Oh, Don was the one that asked earlier. Oh, I don't know. I remember seeing some comments on my videos when I had the dog and I had to, give the dog away. A lot of people were making comments saying, "Oh, he can't even keep a dog for 3 days." Well, let me just address that comment because would you rather me keep a dog and it be in that state of mind for 8 to 10, 12 hours while I work? If a dog's acting like that, what's going through its mind, it's probably scared to death. Would it be better to leave him in that situation? Or would it be better to find him a home where, a Chihuahua breed, in my opinion, needs to have a home where there's somebody there all the time, like a housewife or something like that, in my opinion. But anyways, he wasn't happy while I was gone. He was destructive getting out. He could have got out and got hit. Where he's at, I see him about once a week. He's always out walking, so it's cool. The girl treats him well. She takes him to the vet, everything like that. So that just addresses that. Whoever left that comment, I can't remember who it was, but if they ask politely and they're not rude and being a dickhead about it, I'll try to answer it. It's not a big deal to me, but it's just the way, with the channel relaunching yesterday, I'm going to be doing lives again. I'll just say, guys, with what I've learned a lot in just a few months, especially with everything that went on in January and stuff. And so hopefully with the knowledge and stuff I gained and things like that, we can move forward, hopefully, and we'll just let it be. Like I said, I don't want people to think I'm a cop hater. I don't hate cops. I love cops. I love good cops. We need cops. But bad cops get good cops hurt. And we just need to bring attention to that and get it stopped. Whether it's the screening process that brings them on board to become a police officer, maybe their interview needs to be several more questions. Like, does a cop want to be a cop because it's fun and exciting and he wants something to do every day? Or does he want to be a cop because in civics class he paid attention to the Constitution of the United States and he wants to honor the oath he takes to uphold the Constitution of the United States? If an officer wants to do that, chances are he'll be a good cop because that's what they do. They're supposed to hold the Constitution up to all enemies, foreign and domestic. So that means if you see another cop doing something wrong, you're supposed to stop him. But the problem with that is, guys, they have the thin blue line, just like with what happened with George Floyd. The only officer I have just even a small smidgen of feeling bad for him is the guy Thomas Lane. He was holding the guy down too, but he had only been on the streets for 4 days. He's got a senior officer. He suggests let's roll him over, and the senior officer, the one that's on his neck, says no, we're not going to do it. We're going to leave him right here where he is. And and the thin blue line had that officer said, hey, no, let's turn him over and grab the other cop. Can you imagine the recourse he would get from his other officers? He would probably be set off to the side. Like if he was in an emergency and needed backup, they would probably make it a point to not show up fast to help him out and stuff. He would be like an outsider, they've got that thin blue line. And when I'm going to tell you this, guys, and this is my opinion, I don't care who agrees with it or disagrees with it, but when they wear the flag with the thin blue line on it, the black flag, they are desecrating the real flag of the United States of America. There is no doubt about that. And when I see an officer wearing one of those, I tell them that. And if a lot of them, if they've been in the military, they understand, and they won't wear that flag with the thin blue line on it because they know that's desecrating the actual flag of the United States of America. Yeah, Stacy, that's exactly what it is. They don't like it. They want to ask you questions. And a question that really bothers me, and they train them to ask these questions when they've got you pulled over. They say, where are you coming from? Where are you going? Well, what the hell does that matter? It's a free damn country. What does it matter where you're coming from or where you're going? If they're not doing anything illegal, if they've done a traffic violation, pull them over, give them a damn ticket, and let them go. Don't sit and harass. And another thing that aggravates me is when they run that dog around the car. Everybody in the world that knows anything and believes it knows that they train those dogs to hit on the car, whether there's anything in there or not. And what happens is that dog will go around the car and damage your vehicle. It'll scratch your paint. I seen on Live PD the other night, a dog actually bit a great big chunk of the driver's seat off. And they say they're not responsible for that. And they train those dogs to hit on your car, whether there's anything or not, because look how many times they say the dog hits on the car and then there's not anything in the car. You see what I'm saying? So the dog was wrong. No, the officer was trained, had the dog trained also. They know what to do. They know if they want to search your car, they're going to search your car. And it's really sad. It should be we, the people. The government is supposed to be of the people, for the people, and by the people. And it's not like that right now. There's a major disconnect, and things need to change. And that's why I want to bring attention to is this, and not be a cop hater. I love if a cop is in the room or in the chat and wants to come on, excellent. We will do that. I'm going to reach out to the mother of this 16-year-old child that was in the mental health crisis, see if she wants to come on, talk to us, tell us her side of the story, give us a little bit of info of what happened before, they showed up and done this. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing? But anyway, that's all I pretty much have to say about that. So let's just, bring attention to this. If you see a cop wearing a black flag with a blue line in it, just let him know that that's not right, and it's really not. Gebel, they are supposed to either have a warrant or probable cause. Like, for instance, if they show up and say they smell marijuana, they can search your car because they say that's probable cause. If they run a dog around your car and it has a sign like it'll lay on the ground or it'll raise up something, they will search your car. So they either have to have a warrant or probable cause. And most of the time, if they want to search your car, they're going to search your car. Yeah, you need to go back, Wayne, because I'm getting ready to go off. I've been on almost an hour now. You need to go back and watch all of the video because I think it's pretty good. We played a couple of videos that happened right. I know you're in Kentucky. Happened right here in Richmond. I don't know if you heard the stories. It's a long story, so I won't go back over them again. But if you go back and watch the whole video, you can see the two videos I shared and see what happened. You might have heard it on the news. It was kind of big on the news. Lisa, I have never been face planted, but I will say this, and I've told you guys, I've been to jail one time in my life. And when I first got to jail, there was not enough room in the jail for us. So I had to sleep on the floor with no mat, and I had Yep, RAS, RAS, Wayne. Me as same. I'm not well versed in case law. I have been watching a lot of the First Amendment audits, and I am getting more knowledge on this stuff. Um, and the thing is, Stacy, with that, they'll say, "Can I search your car?" And if you say no, they say, "Why? Am I going? If you got something to hide, Am I going to find something?" Um, I've got a video, and not tonight because it's kind of a long a video of they pull over a dad and his two sons, and I mean, there's like 8 cops, and they're sitting there telling the kids, "We feel sorry for you that you have a dad like that," because the dad is standing up for his rights. And this officer's over here saying, "I feel sorry for you," and it's really sad that he's talking to these kids like this in a traffic stop. I agree completely. Just obey. I don't know if you heard the story, Wayne, the other day in Lexington, where the guy flew over. However, they write stuff in the sky. He wrote in the sky, "Obey." Yeah, Wayne, they have times on a lot of things, but I've seen officers on these First Amendment audits and everything where they'll actually people will bring up case law or actually statutes, because they're supposed to be law enforcers, uh, and he'll say, "Well, I don't care what the Supreme Court said. This is right now." So there's officers that don't care about case law. There's officers that don't care if they violate your rights. And that's what I'm saying. We've got officers. Why did they become a police officer? They took an oath to uphold everyone's rights. And that aggravates the hell out of me. When someone stands up for their rights, they get upset. Yet they swore an oath to uphold your rights you're trying to stand up for. It's very discouraging to me, and hopefully we can bring some attention to it. And here's how we can. People talk about racism and Black Lives Matter. Here's how we can deal with that. Here's what we say in Minneapolis. We're not going to say a white cop killed a black man. All you have to say is a bad cop killed a man. That's all you have to say. And take the color out of it. That's all we have to do. Yeah, Don. And then, our founding fathers said, so resist. It's give me liberty or give me death. And every day, your rights are like your muscles. If you don't use them and flex them, they go away. So, but anyway, guys, I've been on for an hour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it tonight. I know I did. Love talking to you guys. Always do. Leave a comment. I read them all. Sometimes I try to respond to them. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. And I might be on over the weekend. I'm not going to say for sure. I will be on Monday, hopefully around 3 p.m. Eastern time. So guys, I'm sorry. Well, it was an hour-long video, Don, so you can go back and watch it. I think it was pretty good. So you guys have a great night. Stay safe. Good night, guys. Trying to read comments. That's why I wouldn't say anything. But appreciate you guys. I appreciate the super chat for my daughter. That's awesome. She will get that. And stay safe. Good night. And I will definitely see you Monday. If anything happens like breaking news, I've got it on my phone where I can go live and we can actually watch what's happening live. So if you get a notification, set that notification bell, because if you get a notification when it's not a regular time, it might be something interesting going on. Yeah, thanks, Ange. Thanks, sweet little Bilby. You guys have a great night. Thanks for helping out. Really, wasn't nothing going on, but thanks for being here. Well, here's the thing, Lisa. They've got it now where if you have a police scanner around here, they've got the channels where they trunk, like they'll go to one channel to this channel to this channel, and it scrambles them. So a lot of big cities have an app where you can listen to the scanner. There's a guy on YouTube, Tom Zebra. Check out his channel. He follows the police around with the police scanner, and he stands up to a lot of them. So yeah, Don, I know that, but in my location they don't have it. It's not available. They don't have it on there. So I can't listen I can listen to the fire department. So maybe I'll put it on the fire department. And if anything, a big fire or something like that happens, if you guys, let me ask you guys this, like if there was a big fire going on in my town or anything like that, would you guys be interested in seeing that happen live or anything like that? Smoke and Scan. Is that an app, Lisa? Smoke and Scan. Bye, maybe. Good night. See you soon. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Check out Tom Zebra. And if you do, tell him I sent you. I watch him. Sometimes he might go a little farther than I probably would, but hey, he's interesting to watch. That's for sure. He's got a lot of subscribers. He's out in California. He rides his bike and he's got a scanner and he goes to these calls and stuff. It's okay, Stacy. Most of the time, I know what you're saying when the spelling's wrong. So it's no big deal. But anyway, guys, you have a good night. Love you guys. I'll definitely see you Monday. If anything breaks, I'll see you over the weekend. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Good night.